This is Internet Business Mastery, episode 74.
In a world where bosses control your life and thoughts of escape fill your mind, where inspiration seems dead and cynicism rules the masses, you have a desire to break free. You feel the need to take control. Now, there exists a place where the secrets of freedom and wealth are given to those who believe. InternetBusinessMastery.com. Free your mind.
Hello and welcome to Internet Business Mastery Online at InternetBusinessMastery.com. I'm Sterling.
And I am Jay.
And we're here to help you escape the 9-to-5 and live the lifestyle of your dreams by turning your life's passion into a profitable internet business, even if you're just getting started today. On this episode of Internet Business Mastery, we have an interview with a longtime Internet Business Mastery listener who shares his secrets to his success. Plus, in the quick tip, a good source for health insurance for the self-employed. We'd like to also remind you that if you'd like to get a jump start on creating your own profitable internet business using our proven system, claim your risk-free trial membership to the Internet Business Mastery Academy by going to freeaudiogift.com. So Jay, what's been going on?
Well, I'm grinning big this morning. I was just inside the Platinum site, for our Platinum Mastermind members and seeing like what's going on in the forums there. And it's just so awesome to see the stuff that they're talking about, the mindset and mentality and, what do you think about this? And how are you dealing with, the downer people in your life and hiring VA? I mean, it's all the stuff that successful people talk about. And so I'm just like, this is awesome. They get it. And these people are going to succeed. It's just really cool. And so I just, seeing people in the process breaking through to the next level it's just awesome because these are people who have made themselves like the 1% of the 1% with like the time and the investment and things and the actions that they're taking. And, I feel like we're in a place, definitely, we were talking about this, Sterling, yesterday about the breaking through to the next level. And every once in a while you just hit these ceilings where, it takes some big actions to finally break through. I mean, as I think back, there's been a handful of times since before I even quit my job where breaking through to the next level took a real leap of faith. I had to, calculate the return on investment as best I could. I had to stack things in my favor as best I could. But then at some point, I just had to make the jump. And to give a few examples, I mean, obviously quitting my job is one of those. Yeah. I can remember, deciding to move to New York, leaving my business behind that was location dependent and moving to New York because that's where my wife wanted to go. I mean, to go to school, that was a big one. Later, after being in New York, jumping into the podcasting thing, it took a bit of that wasn't a proven niche at all. Like there was no information out there. I had to go to pretty much my passion and gut feel alone. There's been times in my business where, I've been doing consulting because that brings in cash flow and you hit those moments. I mean, no matter what, entrepreneurs are going to hit those moments where maybe they're working a full-time job and they're building their business on the side, and then they hit the point where their business on the side is hitting a ceiling and they don't. Maybe they're not quite making enough money to quit their job and replace the income, but at the same time, they know that unless they quit their job, they might not have enough time to really grow the business. Or, likewise, there's been times when I've been consulting, bringing in really good consulting income, but then it's like, I realize, man, I'm working dollars for hours. I'm not working on my other business things. So then I have to finish up all the clients and shut that stuff down and take that leap of faith back into just building the business stuff that really needs the time to get going the way it needs to get going. So, and now we're in a place like that too. It's just saying, okay, what do we need to do to bring the right people on board or to invest money in the right team members to take things to the next level? I mean, we're making really good money with Internet Business Mastery, but there's a lot more that we need to do. And, you and I had a 5-hour meeting a couple weeks ago, 10, 20, big ideas on a list going, man, any of these could really boost our income to the next level, but we just don't have enough time to do but maybe one of 20 things. And so it's like, what do we do to, and we're going to have to just take that leap of faith, calculate the ROI, bring the right people on board and make it happen. It's a familiar feeling being in this spot. It's scary and exciting at the same time. The exciting thing is that I always know that when I calculate the ROI, stack whatever I can in my favor, but then take the leap, it always ends up paying off eventually. And so I'm excited to see where that goes.
Yeah, no matter how many times we do this, there's always that little bit of fear at first, but it does get easier. I mean, now between the time that in my mind I go, oh my gosh, we need to do this next thing, to the point where it actually gets implemented and done is much, much quicker with a lot less time to be afraid and think things might not go well. It definitely does get easier, but it's still there. You still have to have that little, oh, is it going to work?
Well, and in the interview today, we talk about the action stuff, which is really good. But yeah, and I know what you mean, because the more you take action, the better you get at taking action. The faster you get, the higher your success rate goes up. And one of the biggest things, like you said, it does get easier because I think back, as we're making leaps of faith right now, I think back to the other 4 or 5 times I've made big leaps and the way it paid off. And so my confidence in myself, because really that's what it comes down to, is how confident in myself to make that the right decision, to make the leap the right leap. And as I think back, there's been times where I fumbled some, but because I've learned and had confidence in my ability to make decisions or to recover when I didn't make the best decision, I feel, I can make that decision fast to take this next leap and feel confident that whatever comes, I'm going to make it work out just right, or that we will make it out just right. And so it's that increased confidence that comes every time you take bold action. Your confidence boosts. And in the end, that's what you need, is that confidence in yourself to reach the new levels of income. That's why it's really hard to go from making, 50,000 a year as an employee to making $1 million a year as a business owner, because I think just incrementally our brain needs to take those leaps a bit at a time. And you hear millionaires say all the time, well, after the first million, the second and third and fourth million is easy,
Yeah.
And so that's the kind of action and confidence and just that it takes to take those to jump to the next level. But it's exciting stuff.
Well, and it's an interesting thing that the confidence that you need right at first to take that first leap of faith, you have to generate that from wherever. Yeah. Whereas when you start doing it more and more, that leap of faith, it's less faith because you already know, you've got the confidence that you've done it before and you can do it. So it's a kind of a bummer that it works the opposite of what it seems it would be useful as. It'd be nice if you just had that big confidence at first, because that first leap of faith is usually, the deal breaker for doing internet business, especially. Yeah. If you can just get past that first one and take that first leap of faith to, start getting the training or start taking the action, that's what's going to lead to the success, obviously, but usually that's when you have the lowest, ability or you're really scared to take it. But
yeah, definitely. Well, and as you're saying that, I'm thinking we should do an episode on where you can derive those sources of confidence from within yourself and from people around. Where to look to find those and boost that confidence. So yeah, we should do an episode on. Yeah, let's definitely do that. Well, and incidentally, I hadn't thought about it, but this ties in well to the next 2 episodes are going to be about one of the big leaps that a lot of people have to make, whether at the beginning or even later in their business career, is choosing niches to go into and kind of just taking the leap into a new idea. So, we'll be talking about that next couple episodes. So I guess that ties in well to what we're saying right here. It's powerful stuff. It's obviously we like to talk about this stuff. So yeah, let's do a whole episode on that. That'll be great.
Yeah. And obviously learning exactly how to find a good niche definitely gives you the confidence to take the next action. So
absolutely,
that's part of why, doing a couple of episodes on finding a niche is so important.
Absolutely. Well, one more brief thing to say, because I know we did get an email about this, is our last episode was an awesome interview with Perry. And Perry is a brilliant marketer, tests all kinds of great things, but he's also a character, from the South.
Very colorful.
And very
It's
colorful
the nice way
dude.
to say
And, so we know that we have a precedent on this show of being a clean show. It's just, and Perry has a habit of, and he even said, oh, okay, do you want PG-13? We said, well, but Perry being who Perry is, we know that some swear words slip through. And honestly, I guess it just hadn't crossed our minds. It's like, yeah, you know what, for the podcast, because of the precedent, we should probably, edit those out or something. And, because